Another thing you point out, which I think is really interesting, is how doping, or steroid use, is an outgrowth of high salaries. Can you explain what that means?
Well, it is in part. Everybody's looking for an edge. And let's just, before we get so sanctimonious that we can't remember our own position, we give our kids pills to do better in school. We take pills to do better in the bedroom. And suddenly we're shocked when our players are taking something to do better. As George Will explains in the film, the financial stakes of athletic excellence are so great that the willingness to cut corners is so great. Forget about the Barry Bondses, the lurid, headliners who are doing these great things. But let's talk about the middle infielder who's just scrapping along. He's hoping to get that another 3 to 5 year contract that's going to set him and his family up for life. And he knows other people are taking. What does he do? Does he take to keep up? Or does he not take and fall back and
it's
possibly
a matter of millions of dollars if he doesn't.
It is, and your own survival within the game. I mean, there's a huge drop-off when you go into AAA or AA or single A or out playing American Legion. So this is an interesting, complicated form of capitalism.
Do you think that the rise in popularity of soccer, as evidenced this year for the World Cup, is any residue at all of fan disillusionment from baseball? Are people going to soccer as well?
It's a team sport that looks exactly like the other team sports. People go up and down a court.
But it's more popular, is my point. I mean, is that a reaction
It's popular in the
way?
world. We were looking forward to the world catching up to the glories of baseball. The main thing is that all baseball stories begin, my mom or my dad. Like all other sports, they describe the action on the field, but baseball has to be prefaced with who you went to see it, and that's a wonderful thing. It's its secret sauce. It's its advantage, that it's always related. Just like in the national parks, when you stand on the Grand Canyon and you look at this majesty, it also matters who's holding your hand, and you remember that as much as the view.
Hey, what are you working on next?
We have got a whole bunch of stuff. If I was given 1,000 years, I wouldn't run out of topics in American history, but we've just finished a film that'll be out next year on the history of Prohibition, a 3-part, 6-hour series. The following year, 2012, we have a 2-part oral history of the Dust Bowl, still the greatest man-made ecological catastrophe in American history. The year after that, we're doing 2 films, a small one on the Central Park jogger case and the little-known story of the 5 black and Hispanic boys who went to jail for a crime they didn't commit. And also a mammoth series on the history of the Roosevelts. Theodore Franklin and Eleanor, believe it or not, there's been no film that's put them all together as this family drama as well as the complex political, military, social drama that their stories have, that have united all 3. And then we've begun work on a history of Vietnam to complement the war, our history of the Second World War and the Civil War.
How is it you have any time to sit here?
Gotta go.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, I have those? I've gotta go.
Oh, I'm looking forward to them.
Yeah, I think you'll enjoy them. They're all different, and yet they're all the same. They're asking, the deceptively simple question, who are we? Who are these strange and complicated people who like to call themselves Americans? The questions we ask reveal our own anxieties and our wishes and our hopes. If you can make something of it, then the past is usable and it serves you as you go forward. And that's, in a nutshell, why we need it.
Ken Burns, thank you for coming back to Wallop. We appreciate talking to you.
Pleasure. Thank you.
And you can get more videos right here all the time for free on walloppop.com.